Hello and welcome to Nitro RCX YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the 1/5 scale gas series. This one's the Exceed Hannibal truck. Nitro RCX also offers the 1/5 scale gas buggy. Similar size, different tires, different gearing. We'll get into the details of that later. We're going to show you guys what comes out of the box, and we're going to show you the details, closer look at the truck, and then we're going to take it out for a spin. So let's get right to it. So Exceed 1/5 scale Hannibal, like many of the Nitro RCX offerings, is ready to run right out the box. 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, takes 4 AA batteries. Flip open the cover, you have a bunch of adjustments, 4 dials, 2 for steering, dual rate and throttle dual rate, and you have throttle trim, steering trim. You have 2 switches on the top that'll do the throttle and servo reversing, just in case you switch out the servos. Now in the box, remember this is ready to run. You're gonna get a bunch of tools. This is gonna remove your wheels and your spark plug. Remember guys, this is a gas engine, 2-stroke. You have a charger. That charger is for the onboard nickel metal battery. I believe that's a 2000 milliamp hour battery that powers your servos. Now this large truck, very large, got some weight to it. You don't want it to go crazy if you go out of range and you do happen to have interference, although unlikely with the 2.4 gigahertz. It also comes with an awesome fail-safe so that if it gets out of range, it's gonna automatically engage the brakes so it doesn't run off into the middle of the street or in the middle of nowhere. You get a bunch of Allen wrenches. This is metric, so you're gonna get, looks like a 2 mil, 3.5 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil. You have an extra air filter, and of course the manual, how to operate that 30cc fuel engine, and the exploder diagram with a bunch of parts. Before we get into the guts and the chassis, let's admire this beautiful 1/5 scale Hannibal body. This one is the blue and gray version with the patriotic stars on top. We also offer the same design in red and neon green. And we also offer a different design in carbon green and carbon orange. Now the polycarbonate shell on this is real thick, a lot thicker than your average 1/10 scale or 1/8 scale. So it's gonna be a little more robust and take a beating, especially if you flip almost 30 or 40 pounds on its head. You're not gonna smash that shell right away. Awesome shell. Let's move that out of the way and take a closer look at the truck itself. Now the difference between the truck and the buggy, you're gonna find a difference in the tires. Of course, with the buggy, you're gonna get smaller tires, and the gearing, and some minor differences like the body post. But generally, the chassis and the engine is going to be the same. Speaking of the engine, you're going to be getting a 30cc Fuel-E engine designed in Japan. It is started via a pole starter. You also have a tuned pipe coming out the back end. You have a choke on the side right here to get it started. You have a stop button, and you have an adjustable carburetor, high and low speed needles, and adjustable idle screw. For electronics, you're looking at 2 massive steering servos, a standard size metal geared throttle servo, and you also have a receiver box in the center that houses that waterproof 2.4 gigahertz receiver, and also that battery we showed you guys that comes in that package. Now let's talk about drivetrain. The drivetrain is shaft driven 4-wheel drive. You have metal geared diffs front and rear, super thick CVD drive shafts on all 4 corners, oil filled shocks. Of course, fully aluminum, oil-filled, and adjustable, so you can adjust preload. And you also have a very thick, massive chassis. Lightweight cuts to keep the weight down. Massive bumpers front and rear to protect the chassis if you do hit things. And you have massive monster truck tires on this monster truck. True B-lock wheels. You have very sticky rubber. And you have very tall knobs so you can get through mud, grass, sand, dirt, and what have you. So you're going to get a 700cc fuel tank. It's going to give you plenty of run time. We recommend a 25% 2-stroke oil to gasoline mixture, 25:1. We always recommend the highest octane you can find in your area. So that finishes our quick look at the Hannibal monster truck. Let's take it out for a quick spin.
NitroRCX.com. Extreme has no limits.